Guys, there are spoilers for this film in this review. So, if you don't want to get chomped by a T-Rex while I watch film, then come back. You have been warned.
Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan HD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan HD, and this week we watched Jurassic World Rebirth, directed by Gareth, starring Scarlett Johansson, and yada yada. This film was not good. I'm just going to say it was not good. I did not like this movie, and I just think it did not have a Jurassic Park feel. It did not have that Jurassic Park feel at all, and I felt empty after watching it. Like, when it was over, I'm like, oh, it's over. Like, I don't know. I guess before we go on a whole tangent about why I didn't like this film, I'll tell you why I didn't, and more, back at the house.
Come on! Duncan!
We put ourselves in a place we don't belong.
What the hell are those?
They're helping the mosasaur defend territory, stalk, hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan HD, and this week we watched Jurassic World Rebirth, directed by Gareth Edwards, starring Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, I'm sorry, I most definitely butchered that, Rupert Friend, and Jonathan Bailey, and I'm not even going to mention the family in this movie, because, I'm just going to jump into it. The family part was the worst part about this movie, because the movie did not have the balls to kill them, and I know they didn't, with the amount of fake-out that this movie had. It got to a point where I'm like, oh yeah, they're not killing any of these people, right? The only reason the family was in this movie to begin with was so that the main characters, the real main characters, had people to save, right? That's the only reason they were in this movie. And so, there could be some tension with, the dinosaur scenes, because obviously, the mercenaries, the main mercenaries, you knew most of them, the important ones weren't going to die, and the ones that you knew, the one character in the main four group that you knew was going to die, you knew he wasn't going to die, until the final part of the movie. And so, obviously, the family was there to add tension, but it's funny, because there was no tension, because you knew they weren't going to kill them. It was so pointless. No disrespect to the actors. I'm not saying your names because you were bad. I'm not saying your names because your characters were bad. Nothing against you. I just did not like your characters. They were stupid. And this movie, honestly, was just stupid. I think that's the best way to describe it, is because it's just because the movie, a lot of convenient stuff happened, and the dinosaurs were dumber than usual, and honestly, it just felt like an action-adventure movie that just happened to have dinosaurs in it. This did not feel like a Jurassic Park movie in the slightest. I guess it's Jurassic World, so, they've taken over the world again, or whatever. But, here's the thing. All the classic, do you like the T-Rex? Do you like the Velociraptors? Do you like the Dilophosaur? Well, fuck you! The T-Rex, the Dilophosaur, and the Raptors get one scene, and the Raptors especially are disrespected in this movie, because at least the T-Rex gets a full chase scene, and it's the T-Rex doesn't get to kill anything, unfortunately, but it does get to chase the family and, do T-Rex stuff. The Raptors, you don't even see them fully. And their scene is a joke. It's supposed to be a joke, because, the daughter of the dad, her boyfriend goes out to take a piss, and it looks like he's gonna get attacked and killed by these raptors, but then right as they're about to attack, this giant flying raptor basically attacks them and kills the raptor, and then the other raptor runs away, and we don't even get to see their face. It's blurred out. And it's treated like a joke, because then he, finishes peeing, and then it's over. And that's all you get of the raptors. There was only 2 raptors in this movie, and the raptors were, the most iconic part of the franchise. Next to the T-Rex, who, mind you, only gets one scene. So, the dinosaurs are really shafted, and don't even get me started on the Dilophosaur, because it's just poaching, it's, pops up over a dead dinosaur that a T-Rex killed, and it does the little scream thing, and it does its little web whatever on its head, and then it runs away from the big T-Rex because it's sleeping. And that's all you get of the Dilophosaur in this movie. A quick little cameo, and the compies don't even get an individual scene. They're just there. It's just like they're at a stream, and there's like a couple compies, and then they run away. That's all you get of the compies. Yeah, and so you might be asking, at least almost every Jurassic Park movie has had a big bad dinosaur, you know, being like the big threat throughout the whole movie. Obviously, the first two Jurassic Park movies had Rexy, then you had Jurassic Park 3 with Spiny, then you had Jurassic World with the Indominus Rex, and the other hybrid dinosaurs in the other two. So who's the main threat dinosaur in this movie? Nothing. There is no main threat dinosaur. You look at the poster and you'd expect that weird like xenomorph rancor dinosaur to be like the like main big bad dinosaur, but no. The movie opens with like him killing somebody, and like you thinking, oh well, that's got to be like a setup for him being like the big evil, not evil, but like the big bad dinosaur that's going to chase them throughout the whole movie. No. He's not even in the movie until the very, very, very end of it. And it's kind of disappointing because I think he actually kind of has a pretty cool design, but they don't really do anything with him. He, as I said, only kills like, I want to say like a couple people. So at the beginning of the movie, he kills that random scientist, and then we don't see him for the entire duration of the movie until the very end, in which he does basically nothing. Like, he takes out their helicopter, and then he kills the evil big pharma guy who's, like, you know, trying to, like, get all the, like, DNA samples from, like, the biggest dinosaurs to create a cure for heart disease. So that, but since he's evil big pharma, he wants to, like, monetize it and, you know, make it so that only, like, the rich people can afford it and the poor people can go fuck themselves, right? Which, accurate. So there's always the big corporate bad guy in like every Jurassic Park movie. You had Nedry in the first one. I guarantee you, I remember it, but it's been so long since I've seen them. But obviously the second and third one had keep corporate evil bad guys in them too. And Jurassic World and so on and so forth. In this movie, obviously the big corporate bad guy, big pharma, evil. He tried to let one of the family members get killed by letting her fall off the ship, and he abandoned Scarlett Johansson to die at the end of the movie, and he's just like an asshole, right? He's just like a greedy asshole, and then he gets eaten by the Rancor dinosaur. And it was expected, obviously. You knew he wasn't going to make it to the end of the movie. The corporate bad guy in every Jurassic Park movie, they always go in over their head and get killed, right? That's always what happens. But, let me think here. So, obviously, the main mercenaries, Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, again, sorry, and everybody else. Like, the other mercenaries, aside from Scarlett Johansson and Ali, I'm just going to call him Ali, they are, like, the main two mercenaries. The rest of them are all expendable. Like, literally. You know they're going to die. Like, the moment they're introduced, and, well, I say only one of them is introduced, and it's funny because he's the first one to die, right? And the other two aren't even given introductions. Hell, I don't even know their fucking name. Like, one of them gets eaten by a Spiny in the most ridiculous way because they're, like, pulling... So, like, basically they're shipwrecks, right? So they're pulling this gear, like their gear off the boat, right? From out of the water. And there's, like, two big things of it. So the first one, they're all, like, working together to get the first one, but then they're just, like, leaving this girl to get it all on her own. And she's struggling, and they're like, okay, so they're just not going to help her. So, like, they could hear and see her struggling, so they're just going to let her get eaten by one of the dinosaurs. And not only does she get eaten, the fucking dinosaur somehow is able to drag the fucking box down with her. So not only did they lose a crew member, they also lost some of their gear, which, wonderful. Then the other guy, the French guy, I don't remember his name, he lasts longer than I expected him to, but that doesn't mean he did anything. He just kind of hung out until he died, right? He wasn't an idiot when he died. He was just kind of at the wrong place at the wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time. Actually, though, he does die. His death actually saves the main characters, the scientist dude, Loomis, I believe his name is, and Scarlett Johansson, from getting eaten by this giant pterodactyl thing. And yeah, so his death had a bit more meaning. But then, at the end of the movie, so they finally get back to the D-Rex, is what they called, which is a fucking stupid name. I have no idea what it means, and I really don't care. It's a stupid name. I'm just going to call it the Rancor dinosaur from now on. So the Rancor dinosaur is finally reintroduced into the movie, and so you expect it to do some cool stuff. Which at first, it like eats a helicopter out of the sky, which is kind of neat. You know, I mean, obviously, being a pilot in a Jurassic Park movie, you're not going to last that long. If you're like an escape anything, you're not going to last very long. The dinosaurs will take you down pretty quick. But yeah. I don't know. Because he does that, and then he just kind of slowly lumbers his way through the rest of the movie. He just kind of goes. Like, he just slowly walks around, and it's kind of shocking how he was able to kill anything, because even when he kills that scientist dude at the beginning, he's so slow with it, and I get that he's, like, methodical, I guess, but, like, why? He's just standing there. Like, the dude was just, like, begging the girl to open the door, and he takes forever to chomp the guy anyway. Like, he picks him up, and he goes, and then he finally eats him. Like, it takes him a solid 10 seconds after picking him up to eat him. He, like, spins him like he's a fucking action figure on the window for, like, no reason. I don't know. I guess that's like a toddler playing with a fucking toy in a bathtub, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to go for with this dinosaur, honestly. Like, is he supposed to be, like, a super smart, like, clever dinosaur? Because you already did that with the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World. You already did, like, the clever, smart, conniving dinosaur, and the Indominus Rex was way more developed in Jurassic World, and I have problems with Jurassic World, but I'll say, at least the Indominus Rex was it was a long-standing threat throughout the entire movie. I think that it was a mistake to kill it in the first movie, because I think it's like if they killed Rexy at the end of Jurassic Park 1. Like, she is the iconic dinosaur of Jurassic Park, and the Indominus Rex could have been something, but no, they just kill it. And then we have this movie where the main threat dinosaur just does nothing, and it can't even kill one guy. So what was his name? Duncan? Yeah, I think the Ali's character's name was Duncan. And he's like, so they're like, obviously this helicopter got eaten by the evil Rancor dinosaur. Well, it's not evil, but you know what I mean. So they have to go to a boat that they found on, like, a security camera or something, so they go, and the Rancor follows them, and then, so it's attracted to light, and he lights a flare, and then he runs off into the forest, and, mind you, this is the slowest dinosaur to ever exist, so he's, yelling at Scarlett Johansson for, a solid minute, while the thing is just staring at him, and he's just going, get out of here, run, go! Right, he's making a heroic sacrifice, and he runs off into the forest, and then it slowly turns around, and then it slowly walks into the forest, and then it's face to face with him, literally face to face with him. It roars at him, and he screams at it, and then his flare goes out. It cuts back to them. You don't see him dying, but it's implied, and it cuts out, and you assume he did the heroic sacrifice so that the heroes could get away, but no, he just, even though he was right in front of it. And it has, really long arms that could grab him. He just swam around. He just swam around it. So this thing is so incompetent that it can't even catch one guy. It can't even kill one guy. The only reason it was able to kill the big pharma guy and the scientist guy was because they had, I guess, if the scientist guy at the beginning If he could just, like, walk around it, I think maybe he would have survived. If there was, like, a doorway behind it, he could have just walked around it, because it takes, like, 20 seconds for it to turn around. So he could just walk around it and go out the door behind it. It is a cool design, but it is the most useless dinosaur I've ever seen. And it only kills, like, maybe 4 people in the entire movie, and that includes, like, pilots and literal non-characters. Like, real characters, he kills 1 real character in the movie, which is a character everybody expected to get killed. Like, come on. I don't know. And as I said, the dinosaurs are just not given any respect in this movie. They're treated like imbeciles, right? And I don't use that word lightly. They are imbeciles. And it's just weird, right? Because as I said, there's, like, no smart dinosaur in this movie. They're all stupid. It's like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I get that it's a dinosaur movie, and usually the dinosaurs have to kind of be a little dumb for the main characters to survive, but it just kind of gets to the point of being a little ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, these master predators, like, these apex predators who, like, were known for their cunning wits and stuff like that. In the first movie, there's literally, like, the clever girl scene. Like, that's because the raptor outsmarted the human. They were smart. Literally, if the T-Rex and the raptors hadn't gotten in a fight with each other, the main characters would not have gotten away. Like, the T-Rex and the raptors were smart, and that's why they killed a shit ton of people, right? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are they so dumb? Do they have a pea brain? Does every dinosaur in this movie have a pea brain? I don't know. And also, I didn't like the characters. I think, like, I liked Duncan a little bit. Like, a little bit. Like, not, I didn't love his character. I mean, I think he was the only likable character there, because everybody else was just a fucking cardboard cutout. I mean, I don't know. They didn't even really have character traits. Like, obviously, the doctor, scientist, whatever, he was like a fish out of water. Scarlett Johansson was like the, you know, the rough and tumble, you know, mercenary who was like serious business. And then you had everybody else. Obviously, there was the evil corporal guy. And the family, I can't even really name personality traits aside from the boyfriend being lazy and a little douchey. And then I can't even name a personality trait of the dad, the little daughter, and the big daughter. I cannot. The big daughter, I don't even know if she had any personality traits. Like, the little daughter, she was, like, I guess, naive because she was, like, a kid, and, you know, she was, like, curious, and she had an interest in little dinosaurs. I don't know, because she, like, adopted one from the island. But the big sister, I have absolutely no idea about her, any of her personality traits. I don't think she had any. Like, if I'm being with you, like, I'm really trying to think here, and I cannot think of a single personality moment. And that's just a telling of how pointless the family was. And it's just the point of, why couldn't we have just followed the mercenaries? Like, that was the more interesting story anyway. Like, I don't care about this family that doesn't even develop throughout the entire movie. Like, they're just, like, the same characters from beginning to end. Like, I don't care about this family. I want to watch the part that was in the trailers. I don't remember seeing this family anywhere in the trailers, so I didn't even know they were going to be in the movie. And I'm like, well, I don't really care. I want to watch this stuff. And I don't know. It was just disappointing. And it was just underwhelming, and it was just not a good movie. It was just not a good movie, and I would not recommend it. If you're a Jurassic Park fan, an action fan, adventure fan, whatever, just don't watch this movie. Just watch the original Jurassic Park. That is a classic. It is an amazing movie for a reason. That movie is legendary, and I think you have every reason to watch it. That movie has aged incredibly well. And I don't think, I've rewatched it a bunch of times and it never got old. So I'm just saying, just watch the OG trilogy if you like, and if you really want to. I think Jurassic World is okay. There's some things that I can enjoy about it. The rest of the franchise you can ignore, right? But I think it's just something magical about the first movie that this movie just clearly does not have. So, what would I rate this film? I'm going to be honest with you, I think I would give this film a 4 out of 10. And, yeah, I think I've said what I'd say. Thanks for the piece. So, guys, if you liked this video, share, friends, subscribe to the video, comment if you liked it. But you guys know how it goes. I didn't really mean to say that. What I really meant to say. So if you guys hated this video, unsubscribe, dislike it, or hate me in the comments. And I've been Runtime HD, off to go on a dinosaur expedition. You know, so in this movie, there's something that really bothered me. So obviously, you know the classic Jurassic Park theme, the na 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 na, like the classic Johnny Williams score, right? That obviously being a Jurassic Park theme, the iconic theme is in this movie in a very weird spot. So obviously they play the theme in the middle of like this village, or a town. It just like cuts to a sunset in a town and it just plays the Jurassic Park theme for no reason. Like for literally no reason. It just starts playing. And I'm like, what? This is the Jurassic Park theme moment? And then they have a moment later on with like these giant like Titanosaurus, these huge dinosaurs. And it's like the majestic dinosaur moment in every Jurassic Park movie. I'm like, this is the perfect time to play the Jurassic Park theme. It's literally just like the first movie. And then they just don't do it. They just don't play. They kind of do. It's like a bootleg version of the theme. It's like it wasn't even. It's like it's a knockoff Jurassic Park movie and they played a theme that was just different enough so they wouldn't get sued. But this is a Jurassic Park movie. And you can't even. But here's the funny part. At the very end, it's like, it sounds like the Jurassic Park theme is about to start and then it stops. It like goes da na na and then it stops. And literally in the theater, I was like, what the fuck? Like, you literally just played this weird bootleg version of the theme when you played it randomly, because you fucking wrote yourself into a hole or edited yourself into a hole because you played it for no fucking reason earlier in the movie. Like, why did you do that? I don't know. It's just so stupid. Everything about this movie is stupid. I just didn't like how this stupid family was the entire movie. I don't like them. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know. I'm mad. I'm not. It's like, I don't know. Tell me what you feel about this stupid family, the four of them. The movie didn't have the balls to kill any of them. I knew they wouldn't. So there was nothing. I felt nothing in this movie. I mean, I felt some things, but they weren't happiness. I know that for damn sure. You will not feel happiness.